SNU sets the standard for innovative servant leadership. Students from every discipline are exposed to leadership opportunities where they can thrive. In more than 45 majors, students experience true integration of faith and learning, rising to be leaders in their field. SNU is the place for educators to take the next step and earn a master's or doctorate in education and leadership, with over 400 ed leadership graduates serving across Oklahoma. If you're starting as a freshman or earning a master's or doctorate,
Check.
Test. Yeah. It looks like it's getting it.
That's it.
Copy that.
Ever wonder what community bank really means? To F&M Bank, it means giving back to the communities we live, work, and serve in. F&M Bank offers the products the larger commercial banks do, but with a unique passion and professionalism that you can only get at home. Come see us at any of our 8 locations in Central Oklahoma or visit fmbankok.com for more information. Community banking with a passion. F&M Bank. Member FDIC.
And welcome back to Wildcat Football, live from F&M Bank Stadium. It is Crossover Radio Sports. My name is Philip Larson, joined by my partner in crime, my brother from the same mother, Mark Larson. Mark, how you doing tonight, brother?
Facts check out. We do have the same mother. So
Same
one.
Yeah. Mother, father, same parental lineage.
We're all together.
Indeed.
We're a family of sorts.
By
biological.
every conceivable definition. So, welcome to Wildcat Football here live from the friendly confines here at F&M Bank Stadium. Good to be home, Mark.
Yes, it's past 2 weeks we've been on the road, so it's good to be back home here in Piedmont. It's been about 4 weeks since we've been home, and so I'm excited for tonight's game against Bishop McGuinness, and it should be an exciting one tonight.
It absolutely should be. Bishop McGuinness, probably a little bit better than what their record would indicate. Have 2 losses to some pretty high-power, high-octane team.
The toughness and the tenacity that this team is in for Piedmont Wildcats.
And, we've talked about it before. This team is so young. You got Mars under center. Joshua Mars attempted more passes last week against Carl Albert than he did the previous season combined.
Yes.
Yeah, and so you got Cannon Wood here, who got bottled up a little bit, but still ran hard, still ran with a lot of purpose. And so once again, you talk about these types of games, maybe going up against an opponent that might be have a little bit more talent than you do, maybe a little bit more experience, gauging yourself against the best of the best. I think a lot of really good things to pull from that Carl Albert game.
And with that Carl Albert game as well as the Guthrie game earlier in the season, and something that we've also talked about pretty much from the beginning of the season is most of these starters on offense are all sophomores. So being able to hold your own as a sophomore against some of these, the perennial powerhouses of the 5A conference, if you're going to be able to hold your own against these big-name teams, next year and the year after, these kids are only going to get better.
I was excited to see, we talk about it, adding that little bit of a wrinkle in the passing game from Mars. Let's visit that a little bit because a lot of really good things happen. We saw Lucian start to break out a little bit, had some really tough catches over the middle, and had some big gainers because of that as well. Seeing if they start maybe pulling that out a little bit to maybe thaw out some of the running running lanes.
Right, and so with going as we were talking about, whenever you do add that extra wrinkle, add that extra little spice there for this offense that is Piedmont Wildcats. You like that? Going cooking references here.
Absolutely. Thunder Burger, if you're in the stands listening to us, Touchdown Burger. I'm sorry. I apologize. Not a sponsor, but you could be.
He's over here saying Thunder Burger. It's not Oklahoma City over here. It's over here in Piedmont, Oklahoma. Come on. But the touchdown burger is on the far side of the stadium over there. So if you're listening in the stands, go get yourself a touchdown burger over there. Shameless plug right there. Anyways, going back, Mars adding that passing offense, going to this team, going to Cole Riggs. Cole Riggs, going to talk about him real quick. He's one of those guys that sets up every single one of these plays with the kickoff return, and he's shown to have a bunch of kickoff returns. So, but we're not going to be able to see Cole Riggs until the second half on that kickoff because Bishop McGuinness is going to receive this in the first half.
Interesting choice for Bishop McGuinness. You don't see that often where the winning team actually goes ahead and makes a choice to receive. Usually you see a lot of deferrals, so you can get that
2 for 1.
That 2 for 1 at the end of the half. But Bishop McGuinness wants to go ahead and get the ball early. So let's take a break. On the other side, we got Piedmont Wildcat Football Crossover Radio Sports. It's Sports Talk with a Purpose. We're going to be right back. We'll see you on the other side.
Looking for the latest Piedmont gear to wear? Check out TWD Shirt Company, formerly known as the Wild Daisy, on Monroe and downtown Piedmont. Tees, hoodies, hats, and more in men's, women's, and youth sizes. You can find what you need to cheer on our Wildcats in style. TWD also is your source for team uniforms and custom embroidery and printing for your business or special event. Locally owned and operated since 2012 and proud sponsor of Piedmont Athletics. Go Cats!
Welcome back. Crossover Radio Sports brings you Piedmont Wildcat Football. We are in the friendly confines of F&M Bank Stadium. F&M Bank also our season-long sponsor for Piedmont Wildcat Football. Special thanks to them, and thank you so much for being a supporter not only of Piedmont Wildcat Athletics, but also Crossover Radio Sports. And tonight's a special night for the cheer section. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is a pink out, and we're going to tackle cancer tonight.
Tackle cancer. I tell you what, we were just talking at the break. We're going all kind of wrestling moves on the tackling cancer.
That's right. Oh, yeah, cancer, you don't know what came for you. Absolutely, we got cancer in our sights.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we're going to
Kool-Aid
go off
Man,
the
or
rails
is that-
already before the game even starts. Going
Yeah.
off the rails. Just full on.
Get on back. Get on back.
Just going right there. But no, this is, I mean,
This
it's
is
a special night. I think that this is going to be good for Piedmont tonight because Piedmont's back home, as we were talking about at the beginning of the broadcast. They're back home. They're going to be able to show their defense right at the very beginning, and I think that this is a good time to have a setting point, set the stage for tonight, and basically say, yeah, you want to receive the ball? Let's just stop you on this first time you're going to get the ball and be able to make something happen here. So
This could be a tone-setting opening drive for this defense. Being home, holding your own against Carl Albert, got a good big win against Western Heights, played pretty much error-free football against Western Heights, had a couple calls that unfortunately did not go your way against Carl Albert. This could be one of those games where if you walk out here with a win, that is one of those kind of monumental wins, kind of one of those wins that you look back on and say, you know, this team might have been equally talented, maybe even more talented, and we took them. We took them at home.
yeah, and so going into tonight, I mean, you're building on confidence. This is a confidence-building moment for this team here. You know, we've had a couple tough losses. Last week was a tough loss to have, but they held their own. You know, they didn't let the score get out of hand. They didn't let the game go bigger than they think they were, and they kept the game within reason. And this team really just was able to make it their own. So I'm excited for tonight's game.
Talon Cope lining up, Piedmont wearing the home blues white lettering, and Bishop McGuinness wearing their away whites with the green lettering. And Mark, I'm excited. I think it's going to be a slobber knocker.
Yeah, this is going to be a whatever that is.
Whatever that is. Mark, we're going to tackle cancer tonight. So here we go.
Oh,
Lining up for what looks like kind of that pooch kick, onside kick. And so it is Friday Night Lights football time in Oklahoma. Kick is high. It's that pooch kick that we were talking about. Lands at the 30, and that's where it's fielded. Little gain. And that's where Bishop McGuinness will take over.
It was a little bit of a dangerous kick there. It almost bounced out of bounds for that for illegal procedure there, but it was able to take a friendly Piedmont bounce to get back in bounds and gave them a chance. But they were able to get on. Bishop McGuinness was able to get on the ball and make a play out of it.
Talon Cope pulled out the pitching wedge there on that one.
Already
And
starting
so,
with this.
yeah, no, for sure. You know what? I calls it like I sees it. So here we go. Like we said, spread offense, kind of a modified pistol formation, kind of with an up back there. Twins on the right, single to his left. And here we go. Handoff is to the right side. Big hole on the right side. That is where the running back takes it. That is going to be Mike Taffy on the carry. Gain of about 4 on the play. And, Mark, this is one of those runs that we're talking about tone setters. Piedmont needs to make sure that they don't have the tone set the other way.
Right, and so this is where the defensive line needs to stand up, and some of those linebackers, especially one of those upperclassmen, Duncan Meter, number 12. He's kind of the general on this defense. So let's see if we can get a big stop here on second down.
Second down, and let's call it 4 on after the carry. Twins to his left, putting a man in motion. The handoff, the pitch is to Taffy on the right side. Big hole. First down yardage, a little bit more as well as he got up to speed and got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, that was a hard-nosed run there. Easy pitch play, and that offensive line for Bishop McGuinness was able to open up the hole and be able to make a big play there.
River Warren is your starting quarterback, number 6, the sophomore, 6'3". So he is, talk about surveying the field, 6'3" sophomore at the helm here. Twins to his left, with Taffy in the backfield on the first down play. And here is the snap. Fake handoff, pass over the middle, incomplete. Pass intended for Kellen Frail. Going to bring up second down, just a little bit behind him, Mark.
Yeah, and they're testing this defense early. I mean, they ran two pass plays and have a play action there. It kind of froze the defense for a second. So lucky for Piedmont, that ball was a little thrown behind the receiver, and so he wasn't able to come in with that catch, but it's one of the best plays in defense, an incomplete pass.
Second down and 10 coming up. Warren in the backfield with a back to his left and kind of that modified pistol. Twins to his left, give us to Frail. Left side, big hole on the left side. Gets a gain of about 12 on the play. Flag on the play. Near the line of scrimmage in the vicinity of holding. We're going to see what this is, but and that's what they're already calling is the hold on Bishop McGuinness. So instead of 1st and 10, we're looking at 2nd and 20, Mark.
Yeah, and that's something that, we didn't really touch on the broadcast at the beginning of the game, that Piedmont usually has some struggles with some penalties here and there. But that's one of those penalties that, you've had 2 straight plays there where incomplete pass and now you get a penalty. That's one of your best things on defense is let the other team make mistakes. You don't have to make mistakes. They will make their own mistakes.
100%. So, second and let's call it 9 on the play is where after they call the hold on that play. So maybe this defense has a little bit of life in them, especially as Bishop McGuinness and the Fighting Irish line up behind the sticks. Pistol formation, Twins to his life. The play action is to Frail. Steps up, and he's sacked right there at the 27-yard line.
Big sack.
For a loss of 7 on the play. And that's where this pistol spread formation hurts you on the offensive side, because you get a sack, man, it is absolutely killer.
Yeah, those are the ones that, they're just tough to be able to overlook, but great downhill running for the defense on that play. So it was just a good job by the defense to be able to get in the backfield and disrupt anything to happen on that play.
Third, and let's call it 25. You need Piedmont's 48 for the first down. Lining up, looks like we're going to get a cheap 5 yards on that. So third and 19 coming up as they move the ball to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, and that was just a hard count by the quarterback there, just trying to draw them off sides, try to make that 3rd and 24, be able to be back at the 3rd and 19. So let's try this one again, and I'm excited for this defense just to get downhill and come after Warren on this play.
Twins on either side for Warren, looking to pass and pulls it down, scrambling, and the pass is incomplete. Thrown kind of in no man's land. 4 Wildcats bracketing it, and that defense stands tall to bring up that 4th down after the penalty. And that is the big defensive stand that we were talking about, Mark.
Yeah, and so this sets the tone for this defense now, saying, hey, we can stop him. Look what we just did. We're going to stop him every time we come out here. So it's time to get the ball into Riggs' hands for the returner for Piedmont tonight. So let's see if he's going to be electric for the special teams here.
Lining up in that punt formation. It's kind of a spread formation, and here is the snap. Punt is away, low end over end kick, bounces at the 37, and then takes a Irish roll down to the 30, and so that is where Piedmont will take over. They're going to take a break. We're going to take it with them. Crossover Radio Sports, sports talk with a purpose. We're going to be right back after this quick message. Stick around.
It's football season, and that means cooler temperatures are coming. Don't wait until it's too late to make sure your home is ready for winter with a furnace tune-up from Edmund Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing. We'll make sure everything is working properly so you're not left in the cold this winter. Edmund Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing, bringing you comfort since 1965.
And we're back. Mars under center, getting the play from the sideline, 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line after that big defensive stand by the Piedmont Wildcat defense. Big sack, penalty aided, but be that as it may, here we go. Mars under center, putting a man in motion. That's Riggs. And Mars looking to pass, opening play, and he's got a man wide open downfield. It is caught. Oh, big-time catch for Riggs as they pull out. They pull out the trickeration on the play, caught him napping.
Big play from Cole Riggs. And as we were talking before the game, Josh Mars has been throwing the ball. They decided first play of the game, let's test him. And that was a great play by Josh Mars to be able to see that and read it and throw just a very well-thrown ball to Cole Riggs on that play.
Riggs had it just dropped right in his fingertips right there. Great throw by Mars, and credit Riggs on being able to run through the catch and pull it in. So 1st and 10, now in Irish territory at the 42-yard line, going left to right. Handoff is to Wood, and there goes that man again. Gain of about 4 or 5 on the play, and that was a hard 4 and 5 run.
Yeah, that was that's Cannon Wood doing what Cannon Wood does. He runs hard and finds the hole and is able just to keep running forward and always falls forward. That's one thing that we've always talked about Cannon Wood this year. He knows which direction to fall, and that's something for a sophomore is mind-blowing sometimes.
Because, I mean, this is a game of inches, and sometimes those inches add up. Here we go. Twins to the right for Mars. Flag on the play. Looks like we're going to get some procedure on it as somebody flinched a little bit too early. So 2nd and a short 7 now turns into 2nd and 11.
It's going to be on the defense. That was offsides on the defense.
Oh,
so,
it's jump.
So
I guess I should pay attention to what I'm looking at here.
So it's going to make a 2nd and 7, a 2nd and a very long 3.
3, yeah,
Should
or
be
long 2.
2.
Yeah,
long
2 to 3. Yeah, 2 to 3-ish.
Yeah.
I hear 9.
We'll get this together here.
I had it here a 9er in there. You calling from a walkie-talkie? Here we go.
Alpha. Yeah, we're just going to start going.
That's right. No, it's 100%.
We're doing everything tonight.
Pecan Valley. Here we go. Twins to his right. Mars under center. The handoff is to Wood, and he has enough for the first down. 1st and 10. Ball at the 30. Another one of those just wear him down runs for Mars.
Yeah, so this is, it's setting up, starting so far this drive is starting up really well. They had the big pass play, and now they're letting Wood get some action in. This is one of those times where you start thinking now you have a fresh set of downs. This is something where you might do one of those end-arounds to Lucian of some sort, being able to, spread out the defense a little bit, not just keep running up the center. And Lucian does one of those little motion mans where he goes behind Wood to try to draw an offsides penalty, but they end up looking over the sideline.
Singles on either side for Mars, and the handoff is to Wood again. Another, call it 4 yards on the play, as Wood finds the hole, kind of does a little sidestep, and that's where he's met at the 2nd level and falls forward. And again, I mean, look, this is one of those, runs by Wood that you're getting 3 and 4 in the first quarter, but that 3 and 4 can turn into 9 and 10 pretty quick in the 3rd and 4th quarter.
Right, and that just wears down the front four of the defense and also that 2nd level where they keep on over pursuing. So pitch out to looks like number 21. That is Benford, Tyson Benford, the sophomore. Suppos, if you've heard that before, gets a gain of about 7 on the play, on the pitch play, and that's good enough for another first down. Yeah, they're putting together a really well executed drive here. Everyone is kind of doing what they need to do on this drive, and everyone has their assignments, their blocking assignments, and they're really just having their way on the trenches on this one so far. They've had it on defense, now they're having it on offense. So it's an exciting drive.
Lining up in a single back formation with kind of a tight end. This is a little bit of a different wrinkle than the flex bone that we've been seeing. Twins to his left, Mars under center with a single closest to us. Handoff is to Wood, finding the left side off tackle. Gets a gain of about 3 on the play. Going to bring up about 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and so this is a good time where you start thinking about, you're showing them different looks. You're showing them some wide receiver looks and everything, and so this is something where you might do a play action of some sort and try to maybe see if you can catch the defense napping a little bit.
Twins to his left. Mars has a tight end to his left as well. Put it in motion in the hand. Oh, it's a fake to Wood, and it's a quarterback keeper. Another gain of about 4 on the play. So let's call it second or third and about 4 as Mars keeps the ball. And here we go. Big time third down coming early in this game as Mars is in the red zone with the Wildcats and maybe thinking decision time here.
I think you keep going for it here.
Lining up in the flex bone, the pitch is to the right to Benford again, and he's tripped up by the turf monster.
Gotta hate the turf monster.
Oh,
they gotta hate it.
Just whack-a-mole on the turf monster. So I think that's going to be a loss of 2 on the play, and I think that makes your decision for you, and that is exactly what Coach Hall is going to do as he brings out his kicker, Talon Cope, to get the points.
Yeah, and I think for after this drive, just getting some points on the board after this drive is something that has to speak volumes for this team. So let's see how they respond after this one, and let's see what happens here. Talon Cope lined up for the kick.
Lining up for the kick is Cope. It's going to be, let's call it a 33-yarder. Snap is down. Kick is blocked. And it is a race to the football. That's where Bishop McGuinness falls on it and points off the board as the Bishop McGuinness special teams does block the football, picks it up and falls on it right there at the 39-yard line. And that is not how that one was supposed to go.
No, that's you didn't want that to happen, but that's one of those things you just kind of have to watch those edge rushers. And we saw it a couple times last against Carl Albert, where some of those edge rushers on some of these field goal attempts were getting home. They're just half a step late, and so you have to start wondering about that left side of the line for the field goal team. Just has to hold those blocks just a little bit more, but don't hold, because that's a penalty.
Yeah, you got to keep on that block just a second more to give Talon Cope a chance to get that one up. So that is where Bishop McGuinness will take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Putting a man in motion, and the play action moving to his right. Heat coming, incomplete over the middle. And you could tell that Mr. River Warren was hearing some footsteps on that one.
Yeah, there was someone coming, and smart play by Bishop McGuinness's left tackle on that one, number 50. He put his hands up, Brody Smith right there. He almost got called for a hold, but as soon as that defender got past him, he put his hands up and was able to it was almost a hold. I was about to say there might be a hold there, but he put his hands up, and I was like, okay. Smart play by him, but, yeah, Warren was hearing some footsteps on his blind side there.
Brings up 2nd and 10, Twins to his right in this modified pistol with a fullback to his left, putting a man in motion. The handoff looking to the left side, nothing doing as this Piedmont Wildcat football just absolutely swallows Mike Taffy.
Yeah, for about a 2-yard gain, but there was a bunch of Piedmont players right there to be able to get that stop. So let's see what happens, and the home field of Piedmont standing up.
Starting to hear the rumble of the stands here in Wildcat Nation. 3rd and 8 is your down and distance. Twins to the right for Warren, and that is a false, what are they calling here?
That should be false start, but
I don't see any laundry. That's the problem.
What?
Illegal substitution, I think, is the call.
That's just going to give them 5 more yards there. But, yeah, it was on Piedmont on that penalty there.
And, Mark, that's one more opportunity. Hey, young team, young defense. Got to make sure that you got the right squad out there for the right play. So here we go. 3rd and 8 turns into 3rd and 3 for Warren and the Fighting Irish. Twins to his right with a single closest to a single covered. Handoff is to Taffy on the right side, tests the right side, gets a first down and more as he crosses into Wildcat territory. And you got to think that 5 yards had to affect a little bit of that play.
Yeah, they had 3rd and 8, and that was an exact 8-yard run from Taffy there. So that would have been on borderline being 4th down territory right there. But that's one of those plays that you kind of wish you had back. And, I mean, granted, with the young team, that's going to come with time of being able to know which squad's on there and where you only have to call one word on the sideline saying, hey, we're using this play. You should know if you're in that play or not.
Trips lining up to Warren's left as the Fighting Irish take 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line of Piedmont. Taffy in the backfield with them as they get the play action, looking to his left, throwing to his left, and almost intercepted.
Almost intercepted.
Oh, he had his hand on it. It was a tip ball.
That was
overthrown by Warren and
Cole Riggs almost had that one. Cole Riggs almost cradled that pick right there. Oh, that would have been a big momentum change right there for us, but just right out the fingertips.
Cole Riggs going to be thinking about that one tonight.
Yeah, that one's one of those ones you wish to have back on that one.
Yeah, and some have sugar plum fairies dancing in his head. Cole Riggs is going to have that interception play in his dreams. Here we go, 2nd and 10. Ball on the 46. Twins to Warren's right. The pitches to Taffy as he tests the left side, finds a hole, spins out of a tackle. Going to depend on the spot, but looks like he has enough for first down yardage after a gain of about 10.
Yeah, there was a bunch of blockers of Irish blockers on the left side, on this near side of the field for us, and that was just a well-executed run by Bishop McGuinness on that play.
Ball, give him exactly 10 yards, give him the first down. Ball spotted at the 36-yard line for Bishop McGuinness as they're starting to see a little bit of extra momentum on the offensive side of this ball.
Yeah, and just hope that that almost interception doesn't come back to bite him.
Warren putting a man in motion, gives it to that man, kind of that touch pass coming to the left side, and that is going to be good after run after catch for about another 10 yards on that little short pass play. That's one of those fantasy footballers' best friends.
It's 1 point every week.
Yeah, they go for the pass goes all of 8 inches, but you get 10 yards on the stat sheet.
Right. So, yeah, those are the ones that are kind of hard to defend on defense because you really don't know where that motion, if the motion man's going to be someone to look at or if it's going to be just a play action.
Warren in that modified pistol look, twins to his right with a single covered down low. Taffy in the backfield with him. And the handoff is to Taffy, testing the right side, finding a hole, looking to see if he can't make something happen. Almost wiggles out of a tackle, but sure-handed tackle there by this Piedmont defense to only limit it to a game of about 2.
Yeah, and so this is Bishop's on a drive here, so you have him on 2nd and long. This is where the defense needs to step up and make sure that that blocked field goal doesn't turn into anything more than maybe 3 points here. So you want to try to keep him out of the end zone as much as possible.
River Warren tosses his quarterback towel aside. He doesn't want it anymore. Trips to his left, single up top, Taffy in the backfield, and fumbled snap. This is a busted play. Taffy picks it up and tests the right side, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Flag on the play, probably something to deal with, like you said, a block in the back. And that's one of those plays that's backyard football is what that is.
Yeah, that was one of those plays like scramble drill of some sort. So, yeah, those are ones that are you don't really figure out how to make those plays happen in practice. So that was a heads-up play by Taffy on that one, being able to try to make positive yardage happen. But whenever busted plays happen, usually you're going to get penalties along with
You're
those.
going to get a block in the back. You're going to get, maybe an illegal man downfield or something like that. You're going to get something because everyone's all over the place as they look to get their wits back about them. So here we go. 2nd and 19. Does the penalty bail out Piedmont Wildcat defense? Here we go. We're going to find out. Twins on either side of Warren as Taffy is lined up in the pistol. Waiting on the snap, and he gets it. A little delayed handoff to Taffy, looking to get something going, and Taffy is absolutely swallowed up by the front level of this Piedmont Wildcat defense for a short gain on the play. Maybe call it 1. And 3rd and 18 this defense has them exactly where they want them.
Yeah, and this, I mean, we were watching the kicker before the game. I think this is almost outside of his range, so you have to start thinking, yeah, this might be third down, but it could be four down territory if they don't get close enough for the field goal. So this is a big time stop to
49-yarder from here if they tried to go for it. So here we go. Empty backfield with trips to the left for Warren, looking to get something to happen. Around the right side, Warren has room in front, looking, and is almost intercepted again as the route is jumped. Warren had green grass in front of him for about 10 yards. Looks to pass it instead. Would have been short of the marker as the Piedmont defense was bearing down. Almost intercepted, and this defense bends but don't breaks and stands tall, Mark.
Yeah, and that was Bryson Pace, it looks like, on that senior moment, being able to get up there and disrupt that deflection of the pass right there and make sure that is going to stay a 4th and long here. So it's going to force Bishop to punt here. We thought maybe 4 down territory, but they're going to do the smart play and just punt the ball away.
Irish lined up for the punt, going to play some field position. Snap is away, and it is a line drive. Fair catch called for. Looks like should be kick catch interferences. Looks like Riggs was kind of bumped.
A little bit of leg-on-leg contact of some sort, but
got a little shoulder shimmy, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
granted, I think it was also Riggs being able to have to go to the ball, but you do have to let a returner be able to catch the ball and give him enough space to catch the ball.
You gotta, especially if they call for fair catch, you gotta let him catch. I think that was a missed call by this crew. Be that as it may, 1st and 10. Piedmont deep in their own territory. Ball on the 9-yard line. Got 91 yards in front of you. And let's see what this offense comes out with.
This might be the last play of the first quarter with 24 seconds left here. Still knotted at 0-0.
I formation. The hand is off is to fake to the up back, and that is 21. Tyson Benford again. We've called his name quite a bit, and they're going to let the clock tick, and I think we're going to go ahead and walk the distance of the field, and that brings this pretty fast-paced, pretty quick first quarter to a close. And so here we go, 0-0. You got to love that if you're Bishop McGuinness, or if you're Piedmont.
Yeah, this is so far this is 2 stops on this for this defense against Bishop McGuinness. So that's just making up for the rest of this game. Super exciting. So can't wait for second quarter.
Let's go ahead and take a break. Crossover Radio Sports Talk with a Purpose. We'll be right back with more Piedmont Wildcat football after this. Stick around.
Passion Church is putting passion back in church. Join us for vibrant worship, relevant teaching, and life-changing relationships. Passion Church meets on Sundays at 10 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. Passion Kids provides fun and great teaching during these services. Passion Iglesia meets on Sundays at 3 p.m. Ignite Youth meets on Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. Passion is located at 3301 North Council Road and is on the web at www.passionchurch.tv. Remember, you can't live without passion.
2nd and 7 going to come up as we get the second quarter started. Ball at the 12-yard line of Piedmont. Got the length of the field in front of them. But the story of this game so far has been that Piedmont defense being able to stand tall and kind of throw a chink in the armor of this McGuinness offense. Here we go. I formation. Mars hands it to Lucian coming across the formation. Gets to about the 16-yard line. Gain of 4. Going to bring up about 2nd and 3. Let's call it 3 to 4-ish.
Yeah, 3 to 4 probably. Be third, maybe. Yeah,
short third. Pardon me.
Short 3.
You know, one of the things is they're getting lined up here. I'm noticing either Bishop McGuinness is playing Mario Kart in the Under Armour there, or they're actually watching film in real time on the play. So 3rd and 3 on the play. Quarterback keeper as Mars is able to get the first down. Hey, look at Mars putting his shoulder down and getting in the scrum.
Hey, I tell you what, with Josh Mars, he's a pretty tall kid, and he's able to just fall forward. You know, I don't think he's 10 feet tall because, I mean, that's how many yards he needed. But I think it was a very good chance for him to get up there. So Might be my mic that's starting to make some noises over here.
Even the mic is excited. The mic cable is super excited about the possibility of that. And so here we go. New life, 1st and 10. Ball at the 20-yard line as Mars lines up this I formation. Singles on either side.
You have to think at some point you're going to have to go back to that passing game and just kind of try to see if you can catch Bishop McGuinness off guard here.
Lucian moves back up in kind of that
That's
flex
gonna
bone. And lots of flags flying in.
Yeah, that was going to be a illegal movement on the defense. Both of those tight, the wishbone running backs, 21 and number 1, both decided to go in motion at the same time, and
can't do that.
You cannot do that.
You can only have just the one person in motion at a time, and then if you have two, then the one has to get set.
Yeah,
that's
you have to go back on those kind of plays. I mean, what we've watched with Piedmont is being able to run that little where you have one of those run backs kind of go behind Cannon Wood, whoever's the tailback, goes behind it, try to catch someone off sides or something, but the communication is going to be there. But granted, we keep talking about sophomores. They're still young. They're 16 years old, and so they're still learning who goes in motion on which play.
1st and 15 coming up, and the handoff. Mars keeps it and then pitches it, fumble on the play, and Lucian, it's going to be a scrum for the ball. I think Bishop McGuinness has it, and there's the first mistake of this game.
Yeah, that was a ill-advised pitch in my opinion, but he looked like there was a guy open over there, so they're going to see who they're going to mark it. All of Bishop players are thinking they have it, but there's no signal from the referee yet.
Waiting on. Oh, wow. So Lucian.
Still
hey, Colton Lucian just saved this drive.
Yes. No, that was, and I'll possibly even save some points because that would have been 1st and 10 for Bishop McGuinness.
In the red zone.
In the red zone. So that's a heck of a play for Lucian to get on top of that ball after that pitch that went a little wide. Just a bit outside.
Tried the corner and missed. Here we go.
Oh, man, it's going to be a fun game.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. They're always fun. We want to thank you guys for tuning in to our silliness. Here we go. Stay for the come for the Wildcat football. Stay for the commentary as Coach Hall takes his time out, wants to get this one right. 2nd and 13 coming up after the recovered fumble on the offensive side. They're taking a break. We're going to take it with them. Crossover Radio Sports brings you Piedmont Wildcat football. 10 minutes left in the second quarter, all knotted up at 0. And we're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
For a great cup of coffee, there's nowhere better than Serve, where they only serve the best Grounds for Compassion coffee. Come visit them at 6736 Northwest 39th Street in downtown Bethany, Oklahoma. Serve is the home for Crossover Radio, and we can't keep our DJs in studio because they're all hanging out getting coffee. Serve is open Monday through Thursdays, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Fridays, 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., and Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Serve Coffee. We serve coffee. We serve the community.
Here we go, 2nd and 13 coming up. All knotted up at 0, 10 minutes left in the second quarter. Ball on the 17-yard line. Big series coming in, not only to see if you can get a first down, but also help with some field position. So here we go. Handoff is to Lucian. Trickeration, a lot of movement, and they moved the wrong way
By a lot.
because that was one of those plays that was gap disciplined very well by Bishop McGuinness. And so 2nd and 13 turns into 3rd and 20.
3rd and 20, yeah. So that was it was supposed to be a little bit of a little jet sweep reverse action, but Bishop McGuinness was able to get some downfield runners, get in the backfield, and basically stop that out before he even got anything going on that play. So big 3rd and 20 here. You have to think, what kind of play would you run something here? And also make sure you're just going to protect the balls because, I mean, granted, you're still in the shadow of your own end zone on this one.
Got to be careful here. Field position game now in play. Here we go. The pitch is to, oh, goodness gracious, going from bad to worse. Pitch is to Benford.
Yeah, Benford's getting up a little gimpy there. He's basically looks like something on his left leg there. So
tackled a little awkwardly there.
It was. I will say this: that was almost in the in the spot where face mask was possibility because his hands went way up to the top of his head, and they don't call horse collars in high school football apparently, I guess.
I don't think horse collar is a call in high school football.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
so Cope is heels at the back of his end zone. Let's see if Bishop McGuinness comes after this punt.
Looks like they are.
Snap is away. They do come after it. Cope is able to get it away. It takes a Irish bounce and down right there at the 23-yard line after the punt. Cope was under some heat, though.
Yeah, Cope didn't really have much time. That was a quick snap, essentially. Basically, as soon as he had that, he took one step and punted the ball.
That's about all he had time for.
Yeah, he didn't have time to be able to go into a full run-up, so about a net 20-yard kick. Started at the 5-yard line, going up to about the 27, so 25, 20-yard punt.
Here we go. 1st and 10, ball at the 27-yard line. That is where the Irish will take over. 1st and 10. Twins to the left. Pitches to the running back. Looking at left side, got a hole. Absolutely truck sticks a guy and runs right into the end zone. Mike Taffy with a huge run on that one, and that just absolutely takes the wind out of the sails on this Piedmont side of the field.
I want to say that was Lucian possibly on it, but there is a Piedmont player coming to the sideline. Looks like something on the shoulder is not feeling too well.
That's Riggs.
And that might be Riggs. Looks like it is Riggs, and Coach Hall's right there with him. So let's see. Hopefully that's nothing too crazy. So he looks like he's not feeling too great at the moment.
Might be a big loss. He's been a contributor the last couple weeks,
especially on special teams. I didn't mean to do that twice.
Especially on special teams. Not just how that sentence is structured. Here we go. Snap is down. Kick is up. And it is wide to the left. And so Piedmont catches a break. 8:07 left in the second quarter. Bishop McGuinness 6, Piedmont nothing after that touchdown. We'll take a break. Crossover Radio Sports brings you Piedmont Wildcat football. We will be right back.
Hi, my name is Nick Tarter, and I'm one of the pastors at New Covenant Fellowship in Bethany, Oklahoma. We are located at 6736 Northwest 39th Expressway, inside of Serve. No matter your age, background, or past church experience, we want to invite you to be a part of our family. We are a church where you can belong, even while you're still trying to figure out who God has made you to be. We meet each Sunday morning at 9:30 a.m. right here at Serve for small groups, and at 10:45 a.m. for our community worship celebration. We also meet on Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock p.m. to talk about gospel and what it looks like to live together as a Christian community. You can find out more about us by visiting newcovenantokc.org, or, of course, you can just come by for a visit. I look forward to personally greeting you when you do.
Bishop McGuinness lines up for the kick after the touchdown, kicks it deep, and it is fielded right there at the 1. Testing the right side, bringing it up out to the 16-yard line. That's where Piedmont's going to take over 1st and 10. As we're looking to the sideline, still working on Cole Riggs. That was a number, it looks like Ian Johnson on the return, where Riggs would usually field that. And so definitely keep an eye on that. And so, okay, Mark, here we go. I mean, you're down 6-0. You've had a couple defensive stops, but one play, one touchdown on that last drive. This Piedmont offense has to start getting something going here.
Yeah, they've shown signs of having some big plays and some drives going together, but this is where we kind of start to put it all back together. The one thing I do want to say is Riggs is moving his arm freely now, so that's a big-time thing for him. So let's see if he is able to come back into this game.
Hopefully just the stinger. Here we go. Back into that flex bone formation, kind of with the heavy side there. One receiver and the fake handoff to Wood, and Mars tests the middle on that left side, gets a gain of about, let's call it 3, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and Mars with the play action, they've been calling that same kind of play lately, is the fake handoff to Kanan Wood, kind of try to do the option play, and then usually Mars calls his own number and just falls forward and just to get that 4 or 5 yards. And it's the same thing we've been talking about all year, is this offense, if you get 4 or 5 yards, you're going to keep the chains moving, but you have to make sure you're getting those 4 or 5 yards, not a negative 10-yard loss.
Back into the flex bone. Mars looking to make something happen, and Mars keeps it again. Gets a gain of about 6 on the play, and so here we go, 3rd and 1 as Mars keeps it and gets a pretty good gain, but need 1 more yard for that first down. And this is actually, still in the game, but another big 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a big 3rd down. This is one of those plays that you can keep the clock rolling going into the halftime here with 7 minutes left. So this
Piedmont quarterback keeper as Mars gets enough for the first down. As that line opens up a hole, Mars just chugs forward, maybe a little bit of help from his friends, bringing up first down.
What I was trying to get to on that end of it was I was talking about the beginning of the game with Bishop McGuinness deciding to defer to receive at the beginning of the game. Piedmont's going to get the ball back
definitely
in the second half.
Get a 2-for-1 here, especially as the clock starts playing into a factor. 6:40 left in the second quarter. Bishop McGuinness still up 6-0. Here we go. Mars under center, and the handoff is to Cannon Wood right side, and he's got a big hole, and he's got momentum. Brings it all the way to the 50-yard line. That's a gain of about 22 on the play, and that's that big run we've been waiting for from Cannon Wood.
Yeah, and Cannon Wood's been wanting that type of run probably wanted that kind of run last week against Carl Albert. He finally got it here, and that's a big-time play. That's a momentum builder here. That's one of those runs that you can kind of get behind and know that at the end of this drive, it was all because of that 21-yard run for Cannon Wood on that play. So
McGuinness stopped him just short of midfield. Ball on the 49-yard line, 1st and 10. Handoff is to Wood again, and he tests the right side again. Flag on the play. We'll see what that is. If it stands, gain of 7 on the play, but got to see what the flag is, and it looks like this is coming back, Mark.
Yeah, looks like almost a legal formation on Piedmont there. So it's going to bring that 6-yard gain back, and it's going to move it back to 1st and 15, I believe. I think that's only a 5-yard penalty. So
legal shift right there. So that is going to be, 2nd and 4 turns into 1st and 15 here as they mark off the 5-yard penalty. And so, it could have been worse. It looked like somebody wanted to call a face mask earlier, and that would have been ungood. But here we go. Josh Mars under center, Wood in the backfield with him as they line up into this flex bone formation, putting a man in motion. The handoff is to Wood as he is bottled up right there. If he got anything, is about 1 on the play. That's going to bring up 2nd, let's call it 13, 14?
Yeah, second and about 13. It looks like that was a 2-yard run for Cannon Wood there. So big time 2nd down here. This is where you have to bring that 2nd and 13 down to a 3rd and 5, 3rd and 7 range in order for you to get a chance to do anything with it.
Try to get back on schedule. That's exactly right.
So I'm looking for some kind of maybe outside run, but we've also seen the outside run kind of get bottled up by Bishop McGuinness. So let's see what they do here.
Wood in the backfield with Mars, single receiver up top, and it is an option to Mars, and he is absolutely gobbled up right there at the line of scrimmage. Maybe even a loss of 1 on the play. Not what we were looking to make happen, so let's call it they gave him back the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 13 on the play. And so here we go, Mark. We've seen it every now and again. We've seen the flashes, but let's see what Coach Hall pulls out and see if he lets his sophomore quarterback uncork one.
Yeah, so this is probably, granted, the one thing that's difficult for Josh Mars on this play is Cole Riggs is still on the sideline, so that security blanket he has is on the sideline. So they're doing that little play where they try to get some free yards there, but now they're going to look over and reset this play call and see what they come up with here.
Discipline on the Bishop McGuinness side. Play clock running down, so they do call a timeout. Let's take it with them. Crossover Radio Sports, Sports Talk with a Purpose brings you Piedmont Wildcat football, presented to you by F&M Bank Stadium. We'll be right back on the other side. Stick around.
F&M Bank Piedmont is your community bank. We live in the communities we serve. Our goal is to provide you with reliable banking you can trust. Being local empowers local decisions for lending products, security, and overall service. We believe when our customers and businesses thrive, the community thrives. Stop by and allow us the opportunity to serve you in all your banking needs. From checking and savings accounts, online banking to mortgage and commercial lending. From your neighbors at F&M Bank. fmbankok.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Game reset as we got 4:24 left in the second quarter. 3rd and 13 coming up. Ball is on the Piedmont 46-yard line. You need the Bishop McGuinness 41 for a first down. Lots of 2 steps forward, 3 steps back on this play for Piedmont, but here we go, big 3rd down, lining up under center in the flex bone. And it is a pass. Here we go. And it is completed by Lucian, and he's got first down yardage. Look at that. Josh Mars puts it right on the money, and Lucian fights for that extra yard and a half that he needed. That's the offense that we were talking about a second ago.
And I also wanted to point out Cole Riggs is back on the field. He was on the near side, so they had the 2 wide receiver set up. So Cole Riggs being back in this game is a big time for a confidence booster for Josh Mars, being able to throw that. But well on the button to Lucian on that pass play.
Absolutely on the wheel route for Lucian. Twins to Mars's right as they get play action again, and Mars is absolutely bottled up by the Bishop McGuinness defense. And it looks like they're starting to sniff out this little kind of jet sweep option play where Mars has to make a decision, and they just kind of hit him. They hit him before he can even make a decision.
Yeah, but the lucky enough thing on that play, good job by Mars on that play, was he was able to get back almost to the line of scrimmage and not have a big time loss for this team.
Only a loss of 1 on the play. 2nd and 11, ball at the 40. Wood in the backfield with him. Receivers on either side, putting Lucian in motion to give it. The pitch is to Lucian. He's got a hole on the left side, and he is brought down at the 31-yard line. That's a gain of 9 on the play. And so Lucian turns on the Jets to get a gain of 9, making it a 3rd and a short 2 here, Mark.
Yeah, so Lucian is stepping up on this drive. So, we had the big run from Cannon Wood earlier on it. Now we have Colton Lucian being able to step up and do this. This is what the sophomores can step up, and if they all work together, this well-oiled machine, it's a dangerous offense if they can keep it together.
Under 3 minutes, the handoff is to Wood, left side, and he's finding room, and he gets the first down yardage and more. Needed 2, got 5, and Cannon Wood starting to build his little bit of a head of steam here.
Yeah, Cannon Wood, as we talked about earlier, he likes to fall forward, and but whenever he goes and hits a hole right up the center, if there's only one person there, you're gonna get tatted up if Cannon Wood hits you. So Cannon Wood just falls forward on every other play.
Cannon Wood falls forward, brings the pain. Here we go. Receivers on either side for Mars as he gives the ball to Wood. Gain of 2 on the play as he's tripped up by that defensive line. Good play on the defensive side there to only limit Wood to a gain of about 2 because he had a hole and bad intentions.
Yeah, and that was I don't know if it was the defense, but it looked like one of his feet got tripped up. It might have been one of his own players right there where he hit the hole, but still, Cannon Wood being able to keep positive yardage going and makes this 2nd and manageable 8.
2nd and 8 on the play. Mars lining up into the flex bone again. Wood in behind Mars there, and the pitch is to Wood on the right side. Gets to about the 20-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play. Not only did he send, but he also received some punishment as he got
hit up on pretty high up. He had his feet tangled up, and there was someone that came up, and the high-low tackle was in full effect on that play. But
yeah, it looks like the linebacker kind of tripped him up on one side, and then the safety came over to kind of finish it off. So kind of a give and take there. Clock starting to be a factor. 1:20 left in the half. McGuinness up 6-0. Need to get points here. Here we go. Mars under center, putting Lucian in motion. The pitch is to Lucian. He's got blockers in front of him, and he's brought down at the 15-yard line, and that's going to be good enough for a first down. Lucian's starting to loosen up the left side of that line and getting some positive yardage, Mark.
And the good thing is on a first down, until those chains reset, it stops the clock for a second. So with about a little over 60 seconds left, looks like Piedmont called their last timeout of the half.
Coach Hall, recognizing the importance of this drive, calls timeout. 1:06 left in the second quarter. Bishop McGuinness is up 6-0, keeping it here. Mark, I mean, the importance of this drive, and we talked about it, about 3 game minutes ago, was that Piedmont can get that coveted 2-for-1 that we've been talking about.
Yeah, so even if you come away with 3 here, it's not a complete disaster here, but this is where Coach Hall's in the huddle going, hey, if we don't get it, we need to make sure we hurry up, get back to the line. Time is not on our side, so we need everyone to be on a hustle. And this is where you don't. In this side over here with Coach Hall and all the offensive players, this isn't a hey, let's come up with one play. This is a hey, we're gonna come up with the next 4 or 5 plays. We need all y'all to be on the same page here. So this is that hurry up offense. This is where you have to start making some moves. Interesting thing here so far, it looks like Cannon Wood is going to be a receiver on the far side.
Cannon Wood lining up on the far side in the Z position. Empty backfield right now as Benford gets the pitch on the right side coming across the formation, and he gets to about the 10-yard line, gain of 7 on the play. That's one of those formations, man, that you kind of look around and say, okay, what are they doing? And Benford is the beneficiary of that coming across from that flex bone side.
Yeah, and so they're going to hurry up here, and that was a gain of 8, second and 2. Looks like that was a handoff to Cannon Woods. Stood up right at the line. They're letting them play a little bit extracurricular, so let's see if they give them that first down.
40 seconds left. They're playing a little bit of tempo.
It's going to be a first down for Piedmont on that one. So 2-yard run for Wood. Set them up with about 40 seconds left at the 5-yard line. Big time play here. Big
time. Clock starting to be a factor. No timeouts left for Piedmont, down 6-0. And the give is to Wood, and he trips up. Gain of about 2 on the play. 30 seconds left. Clock becoming a factor.
This is where you get back to the line and you spike the ball and give it 2 more chances to get in the end zone.
Here they go. Mars lining up quickly after the play, and he just lowers his head to see what he can get, to see if he can't sneak it into the end zone. Ball on the 1-yard line. That's where they put it down. 10 seconds. Got to line up. Bishop McGuinness.
Bishop's playing a little hurt football.
Yeah, no, I mean, a little slow to get up. They don't get lined up, and Bishop McGuinness –
they were
played a little bit of
little koi fish action,
koi fish. What a fish of that?
Don't
be coy.
Don't be coy on it. But he took a little time. Took his little time to get back up.
Rushing to get lined up. Piedmont called for the illegal formation, unable to get set. Bishop McGuinness, hey, it's part of the game. But here we go.
So I don't know. I know in high school it's not the same, but I do not think you have to do a 10-second runoff if you have a penalty on yourself, correct?
Timeout, Bishop McGuinness, so they render it moot. But no, that doesn't look like there's going to be a runoff. Bishop McGuinness bails him out because as Mars is coming to the sideline, you can tell there's a miscommunication between him and the sideline. And so this is one where you want to see them, okay, everyone calm down. You need 6 yards and need to be able to get something going. Coach Hall is having a spirited conversation here with the referee about perhaps some of the about
formation that was illegal. What part of the formation was illegal? He's saying it very nicely, I'm sure. He's using very, very nice words. He's saying your hat looks great.
It's white. It looks like it's new.
Yeah, it looks like it's brand new.
Yeah, no.
It doesn't even have a sweat stain on it, but
no.
You know what? You're doing a great job.
And the referee's like, no, we just use OxyClean. Not a sponsor, but you could be.
So this is a big time down here. It's 3rd and 6 with less than 2 seconds left. One last play before halftime.
1.7 seconds left. 3rd and 6. The down does not matter, but the distance does. See what they pull out. Receivers on either side. Cannon Wood lined up in the backfield, putting Benford in motion. Looking to pass, looking to his left, throws to his left, and is incomplete. Well defended on the slant intended for Riggs, and that is how the half ends. Bishop McGuinness 6, your Piedmont Wildcats nothing as they come up empty on that last drive. And we're going to go ahead and take a break for halftime. We'll see you on the other side as Piedmont is scheduled to get the ball, and we'll see you then.
Edmund Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing has you covered for all your home service needs. Our name may be Edmund, but we service the entire metro area. We have over 50 years of experience giving our customers our very best, no matter how small the job. We exist to give you the peace of mind that your home will always provide you the comfort you desire. Cool in the summer, warmth in the winter, and worry-free plumbing year-round. Give us a call at 405-348-1453. Edmund Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing, bringing you comfort since 1965.
And we're back. Crossover Radio Sports. It is sports talk with a purpose as we get the second half started here. Piedmont lining up to get the ball. Mark, some first half thoughts. You and I talked about it during the break a little bit. There were 3 points to be had right there at the end of the half. Will that come back to haunt Piedmont?
And as we were talking beginning of the game, it's whenever Bishop decided to get the ball there and Piedmont get the ball in the second half, that's also something you have to think about. If you go for 3 points there, and even if on this drive you get a field goal, you have a tie ball game, or on this drive you get a touchdown with the extra point, you're up by 4, which is still more than a field goal. So it's kind of questionable why we didn't go for the field goal, especially after Bishop called a timeout there with 1.7 left.
You do love the aggressive play call. You do love the fact that they're starting to put the ball in Mars' hands a little bit more and putting it into the air to hope. Again, we talked about thawing out some of these running lanes. But 1.7 seconds left. You're at the 6-yard line. Talon Cope has more than enough leg to hit a,
We just saw him hit a 49-yard field goal.
a 23-yarder, right? I mean, so you got to think that maybe points at that point might have been just one of those things that you can go for. But here we go. We're going to see if that's something that we're talking about later here in a bit, if it's going to matter, because the second half about to get kicked off here live from F&M Bank Stadium. Piedmont Wildcats about to get the football.
Go Wildcats. Let's see if we can get just a strong first drive here on the second half.
Bishop McGuinness lines up, and the kick is away, kicked deep. Kind of a whirly bird there, in and through the end zone for a touchback. And so that is where Piedmont's going to take over 1st and 10 at the 20.
Yeah, and so just a quick little stat for y'all, because everyone loves stats. Josh Mars, 2 for 3, 43 yards. Also had 9 rushes for 19 yards. Cannon Wood, 11 rushes for 50 yards. And Riggs with a big 28-yard catch there at the beginning to start off the game. So let's see if we keep on going back to Riggs. Riggs is in the game. It looks like I was watching a little bit during the pregame going into he's not on the field at the moment, but I was watching him at the going into the second half, coming out of the locker room. It looks like he's 100% ready to go.
Looks like it was just a stinger. So Mars lining up in that flex bone. Wood in the backfield, putting Lucian in motion. The give is to Wood. Gets a gain of 5 on the play. And so here we go. Wood, we're starting to see that those running lanes actually get a little bit looser. Wood now getting 5 and 6 yards instead of 3 and 4. Mm-hmm. And that could be something to do.
Yeah, and we've noticed with Wood, he gets better as the game goes along. It seems like he runs harder in the 3rd and 4th quarter. So let's see if that kind of adds up here. And he's a hard-nosed runner, and granted, he's a sophomore, and my knees would be broken at this point.
Indeed, in the bone, Mars under center. And the give is to Wood on testing now the right side. Gets a gain of about 4 on the play, about a yard short of that first down yardage. Going to bring up 3rd and 1.
Yeah, this is one of those tone-setting 3rd downs here. Yeah, you can get just 1 yard, or you can get like 5 or 6 yards, or really set the tone here going forward on this drive. So I'm kind of looking forward just to smash mouth football and get some yardage on this play.
And the flex bone with a single receiver down low. Mars keeps it, rolls over the pile, and gets it by not a whole lot, but he does get the first down.
That was a kind of an interesting play. He landed on some of his own linemen and just rolled over.
Just keep rolling.
But, that's also a dangerous play. I mean, being him as a sophomore, that's one of those plays of you got away with it this time. Don't keep doing that, because if you outstretch that ball up in the air, you're on top of someone. All it takes is someone just to go,
us being Cowboys fans, we saw that with Dak Prescott in New England this past week.
It was a win. I don't
It was
care.
a win.
Cowboys is going to Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. Here we go. Flex bone for for Mars as he gives off to Wood left side, runs through an arm tackle. Generous spot as they give him the 35. I thought it was closer to like the 34, maybe even the 30.
They gave him about a yard on that play.
Yeah, they did.
At least a yard, maybe a yard and a half.
Love that.
I'll take that little bit of home cooking for
Hey, little beef, little beef stew for the cats here.
Hey,
we'll take that all day.
We didn't get to see much of that last week, did we?
We did not. No, we were being shoved with beef stew down our throats. Here we go. Flex bone for Mars as he gets the snap. Gain of about 3 on the play.
Yeah, that was a kind of an interesting play. It didn't look like Josh really had an idea what he wanted to do, and so we do have a Bishop McGuinness player on the turf. Looks like that's 17 or 12. Or
I can't tell from here. He does 32. Oh, Samsonite. I was way off. Chris Clark is your hurt Irishman. Let's go ahead and take a break as they tend to the hurt player. Crossover Radio Sports talk with a purpose. We'll be right back.
At the stadium, on the road, or at home, F&M Bank is your biggest Wildcat fan. And with our mobile app, we go everywhere you go. Let's go Piedmont Wildcats. F&M Bank, member FDIC, message and data rates may apply. Location, size, school, neighborhood, and price are just a few items to consider when searching for your new home. Just as important is choosing your lender. At F&M Bank, our lending team is passionate about what they do. It's evident in how F&M Bank serves the customer through the entire mortgage process from beginning to end with integrity, transparency, experience, and dependability. Come see us today. F&M Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS.
Give us the Wood on the left side in the flex bone. Gets stuffed for about a gain of 2 on the play. That's going to bring up 4th down, and let's call it 3 as they get lined up in decision time as you're pretty close to midfield. You're in a game that maybe talent is at best equal, maybe a little deficient. Let's see what they decide to do, Mark.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to keep Talon Cope on the sideline, not going to punt it away. So it's a big time 4th down. You would look for some kind of play or one of those motion mans to get that offsides call.
There it is, and that's exactly what it was. Lucian comes across, and they get him on the hard count, and so a free 1st down as Josh Mars acting, seeing a little bit of wisdom for his age on that one, getting the guy to drop off. And go ahead and spike that football, Mark.
Yeah, it's like I'm Nostradamus. Call me Tony Romo. I can call the play up before the night even happens. I already know it's going to happen. It's like I say it. I says it. But
call me Tony Romo.
Golly, I got some years before I get there. We got some years before I get there.
He's got a little more gravel in his voice now than when he was the Cowboys. Oh, there he goes, Jim Nance.
Yeah.
He's
yeah, Tony's
right here. They're going to do a jet sweep.
Yeah, I feel it's going to be a jet sweep to the left. I told you 3 plays ago it was going to be a jet sweep,
right.
but I got it.
I'll get it eventually. Love you, Tony. We should have got you a Super Bowl too.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jarrah. Anyways, Jarrah Jones. Here we go.
Right.
Flex
Brand new set of downs.
Brand new set of downs. Flex bone. Mars under center. Looks like Robles in the backfield. Back to pass, and it hits the defender in the backside. Pass intended for Cole Riggs. That one had a little bit of mustard on it, as well as kind of low and inside.
Yeah, that was. Granted, the one thing that I also just saw in that play, that was a well thrown ball, pretty much. Though I mean, it was it's one of those things you don't see from Josh Mars too much of passing, but that ball had a purpose. So it was good to see that he's building this confidence up, and we're seeing him throw the ball, and that's going to definitely change this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it was thrown with a lot of confidence. It was moving with haste here. And so Robles in the backfield. The pitch is to Lucian. Makes a man, looks to make a man miss. Open field tackle for about a gain of 3 on the play.
Loss of 3.
Or, I'm sorry, loss of 3, pardon me. As that play kind of was doomed to begin with.
Yeah.
Way too much kind of silliness going on
Yeah,
out there.
And it's I was talking about this probably 3 or 4 games ago. It's one of those things you just got to run downhill. So get positive yardage. It's the same thing what makes Cannon Wood so great. He runs downhill, gets positive yardage. He doesn't dance around too much.
3rd and 13 coming up. Mars under center. And Mars looking to pass. Has a man downfield. And just overthrows his intended receiver. That's Cole Kaufman, the junior. And he had nothing but green grass in front of him. Mars just overthrows his man.
Yeah, just about if he was about 2 feet taller, wish I was a little bit taller,
I wish I was a baller.
he would have caught that ball and went to the house. But that's granted, with Mars, that was a play that they'll work on during this week. But, so this is the defense going to step up here for Piedmont. I have a feeling they're going to come out with a big-time effort and get the ball back in Mars's hands.
Cope with the punt. It is away. Line drive kick that bounces at the 30, takes a wildcat bounce, and it is a 20-yard run.
They're trying to help it out.
They did.
It's that old Albert Beltray a couple years back whenever it was a foul ball, and he just kind of nudged it over and looked at the umpire and going, it's still rolling. It went foul, and that's what we were trying to do there. But good little punt there for Talon Cove. He's turning into being a well.
People forget that. The kickers and punters are people too.
We have the same
and they
both
are
worlds in one person.
And they can be a weapon as they pin the Irish back at their own 10-yard line. That is where River Warren is going to take over with Taffy in the backfield. Here we go. The snap is to Warren. Left side screen pass, looking to get something going.
Duncan
Gain
on the
of
tackle.
1 on the play as it is sniffed out, in the open field tackle for the Wildcats is hitting on all cylinders right now tonight.
Yeah, and that was Duncan Meter on that tackle. That's that senior that I was telling you about at the beginning of the game, that he kind of has that leadership role on this defense. So he sniffed out that little pass that they were overloaded with wide receivers to that side, and he sniffed it out quickly and was able to get down it.
Warren in the pistol with Taffy in the backfield. Trips to his right as they snap it, and the pitch is to Taffy. Right side's got a hole, and he's got a head of steam. 10-yard gain on the play as Taffy was able to get all the way to the 20-yard line. And I'm just telling you what, Taffy, he has another gear that just kids his age. He's a junior that just don't have.
Yeah, it's hard to defend that sometimes. Once he hits open field, he has a little bit of acceleration and going slow, but as soon as he gets that second, third step, you have to be already tackling him, or he's might be running past you. It's one of those things you have to get in front of him.
1st and 10, ball at the 22-yard line. Warren in the backfield, bad snap, but fielded by Warren and Taffy, and he is gobbled. He breaks free, is able to get a loss of 2, make it into about a gain of 5 on the play. And not only does that, look, you can't teach speed, right? But also that wiggle that he has as well was able to basically make something out of nothing.
Yeah, Duncan Meter was there in the backfield to get that tackle, but he was just a little bit behind it and wasn't able to get there. So good run there by Taffy on that run.
2nd, and let's call it 3, gain of 7 on the previous play. Warren in the backfield, all alone, empty backfield with a tight end set, twins on either side, putting a man in motion. It is a little bit of trickeration that is sniffed out. Gain of about 2 on the play. Going to bring up 3rd and 1 on kind of the fake jet reverse sweep that they were looking to do. So gain of 2, but credit that Piedmont defense that they stayed home.
Yeah, that was a good job defending there. They almost had that little double reverse action go on, but they were able to stay home, be able to not over pursue, and be able to get that tackle and hold them to try to get this 3rd down here.
Big 3rd down play. You got to think probably this is 4-down territory with this offense. Warren in the backfield, twins to his right. The handoff is to Taffy, and he's gobbled up in the backfield.
It's going to
depend on the spot.
From that far judge, he looks
like
he's
they're pulling the chains over.
There.
They're giving the 1st down, and oh my goodness, that was close.
Yeah, the Piedmont faithful are saying they disagree with that call, which it was a game of inches there, and Taffy was able to get that just the last little bit he needed to get that 1st down. So 1st down for Bishop McGuinness on this play. Looking for the defense here to kind of just stay home and get a stop here in make it to where they're gonna have to make Bishop work for it. And right now they're just had 2 first downs on this drive. So
Pistol formation, trips to the left. Warren in the backfield, putting Taffy in motion. Kind of gives it the sidearm, completed. Coming across the 45, that is Noah Rice with the reception for a gain of about 12 on the play. And interesting from Warren. I mean, he kind of changed arm angles a little bit, gave us the little bullpen. Yeah, that sidearm action.
That Patrick Mahomes sidearm, but he was under duress and he was able to stand firm and wait for his number 5 Rice to get open and be able to get him there in a solid 15-yard run or 15-yard catch and run there.
Back into this modified pistol with an up back formation. Twins to his left. Warren, the handoff is play action to Taffy. Throws it to his left. That is where it's completed for a gain of about 17 on the play into Piedmont territory, down at the 33-yard line. 4:31 left, 6-0. Still the score. Bishop McGuinness is up, but they are driving.
Yeah, and that was a good, very well ran route by Bishop McGuinness there, and making sure he got past the sticks and settled into the coverage right there.
Pistol formation with that up back. Twins to his left, and it is a handoff to Taffy, testing the left side, has a hole, breaks a tackle, and that is where he's brought down at the 26-yard line, not before a gain of 8 on the play. And this defense is going to need to make something happen. Otherwise, we're looking at maybe something ungood, my friend.
Yeah, this is where the defense starts to step up, but defense might be a little gassed on. This is a grind-out drive that Bishop McGuinness is throwing together right here. So this is where the defense needs to find their extra gear and be able to come up with a stop.
Shotgun formation, Twins on either side. New running back in the formation. Warren looking to pass, looking, and he is brought down.
Fumble!
For a sack and fumble. Oh, and Bishop McGuinness is able to fumble to pick it back up, but not before a loss of about 12 yards on the play. And that's exactly what this defense was looking for, Mark.
Yeah, this makes it a third and very long, 3rd and 15. So this plays into the defensive hands. As I was saying right before that play,
you remote that one too, didn't you?
I did. I said they needed to find that extra gear here. This is a 2nd and short. They might try to do something over the top. They were able to get home and get the sack and also the fumble and a big loss. So it's big 3rd down here for Piedmont Wildcats.
3rd and 15. Pistol formation for Warren. Taffy in the backfield as well. Trips to Warren's right as they get the snap, and it is a pitch to Taffy, and it is sniffed out. They do tackle him, not for a gain of about 3 on the play. Force that run to get back inside, funneling it to Wildcat defenders. Well defended here on that 3rd down play.
Yeah, that was Talon Owen right there with that tackle. That he was able to stay home a little bit behind the play, and Taffy had that little juke step, juked out of his way, and basically came over and was able to get the tackle. So it looks like Bishop McGuinness is keeping the offense on the field on this 4th and 13 set, but you have to kind of keep an eye out. It might be one of those little pooch punts here with looks like River's going to be behind. No running back set up. 5 wide out.
No running back, and trips to his left as they go for it on 4th down. River Warren now running for his life, looking for a man, completed right at the 1st down marker, and that is where they spot it. Needed 13, got 13 and a half. River Warren put it on a rope and made the completion for the big 4th down completion.
Yeah, they looks like they were in like kind of a zone coverage of some sort, and one of those guys in coverage on the far side saw that River was going to maybe take off. River Warren's going to take off and run with it. Warren was able to pull up and be able to throw a nice pass over the middle and got that 13-yard gain.
Interesting that Hall came out in that punt formation early, kind of tipped his hand, didn't want to use the timeout to keep it, and ends up with the 4th down conversion. Here we go. Shotgun formation, Twins on either side. Warren looking to his left, looking, throwing, looking to get it all, and it is almost completed, incomplete. Looking for the end zone. That is number 4. Paul Tarman, the intended receiver, just off his fingertips as they were looking for the touchdown.
Yeah, that was almost caught there. Great effort by number 4 Tarman on that one. He almost had that one in there, but good lucky break for Piedmont on that one because that was 6 points. But
yeah, looked like it came out of River's hand a little bit funky. Kind of looked like a some duck shot that I did that one time when I hunted that one time. Here we go. Twins to his left. Handoff is to Taffy. And he has stood up at the line of scrimmage. No juking that as he is stuck for no gain.
Yeah, and Taffy's kind of still on the ground a little bit. He's grabbing that right knee. We're going to have an injury timeout here. So that's if this is just a little bit of a stinger, but that's a big loss for Bishop McGuinness. If their guy that he had first half, 7 rushes, 84 yards, and a touchdown. So let's hope it's nothing too serious. You never want to see any player, home or away, get seriously injured. We've had one of our star players, England. He's out for most likely the rest of the season. He might be able to come back by the end of the season and come into the playoffs, but we're not holding our breath on that one. But luckily, it's just he'll be up and okay. But looks like Taffy's up and okay as well.
Taffy able to get up, kind of has a little hitch in his giddy up as they get ready for this third down play. Was able to fall forward for about a gain of 3 on the play. But Taffy is going to have to come out for this third down as they took an injury timeout. Minute and a half left in the third quarter. Bishop McGuinness still up 6-0 in this low-scoring affair. And one more time, this Piedmont defense needs to stand tall.
Yeah, and they might be going for it on fourth down here. So this is a big third down just to maybe make it to where they don't go for it on fourth down.
Back in that modified pistol formation again. Warren, handoff is up the middle, left side. Able to get to the 15, needs the 13 for a first down. So that is going to bring up 4th and 2. Decision time for Coach Pierce for Bishop McGuinness. Do they keep their offense on the field? Looks like they're going to. And here comes Taffy one more time.
Yeah, I was going to say, here comes Taffy on that run. So this is you've already seen they went for it on 4th and 12. This is 4th and 1.5. You had a feeling they were going to go for it, but you have to also watch out for the run here. This might be a cutback run, but I have a feeling it's just run right up the gut. So block all the alleys.
Snap and the give is to Taffy, and he's swallowed up. It's going to depend on the spot, and I think he's short.
They're going to call that short.
I think they call him short. Big time 4th down stand for your Piedmont Wildcats to stay into this game, and that is a momentum shifter here late in the third quarter, 36 seconds left as Piedmont is down 6-0.
Yeah, that was they took points off the board, so that's one of those things we were talking about at the beginning of the second half, that those 3 points that Piedmont could have had, that was a saving of possibly 6 points on that drive for them to stop them on fourth down. They didn't stop them on that previous fourth down, but they grinded their teeth and were able to get the big-time stop there with Taffy being able to run up the middle, and they got penetration, was able to stop him in the backfield before he had any steam.
Here we go. Big time offensive set. 36 seconds left in the third quarter. In the flex bone as one receiver up top for Mars. Wood in the backfield with him. Putting a man in motion. Wood has the handoff, and he is absolutely bullying his way for a gain of about 5 on the play to bring up 2nd and 5. And once again, Wood showing that yards after contact is where he makes his money.
Hashtag Yak Life. You're welcome. But no, this is Cannon Wood's time. This is end of the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter. We are about to. It looks like they're going to let this thing go all the way to the fourth quarter. But this is the time where Piedmont's offense and this offensive line, these big guys on the running back side, they are able to step up and be able to do something with this drive here, with that big turnover. They got the momentum. They're able to figure out something. But now we get the long walk across the field, start to think about what we want to do on this play. And this is Piedmont's quarter. They're only down 6 going into the fourth quarter.
All the 4s up in the air, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the fourth quarter. 12 minutes between here and glory. Piedmont down 6-0, has the ball. 2nd and 5 coming up after this timeout. We'll be right back right after this quick message.
Peaceful, and you get chills when you come out, and you feel the presence of God, man. It's something, and feelings. That's something a lot of us have never had.
Opiates, meth, alcohol. Are you addicted? Rob's Ranch is a nonprofit, Christ-based treatment center for men located in central Oklahoma. Rob's Ranch uses proven treatment methods and a program of spiritual growth to give men the opportunity to restore their lives and their relationships. Every member on staff has been there and are now in recovery themselves. If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction to drugs or alcohol, please call 405-253-3838 or find Rob's Ranch on Facebook or online at robsranch.org.
They're just so accepting, so caring. It'll change your life if you're not careful.
And you're hearing the cheers for your Piedmont Wildcat softball team as they're celebrating their 5A state championship. But here we go. 2nd and 5 for your Piedmont Wildcats here on the football field. Mars under center, Wood in the backfield with him. The handoff is to Wood left side, and he's able to fall forward for another gain of, let's call it 4 on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd and let's call it 1.5 as we get this fourth quarter started, Mark.
So this is a big 3rd down. This is a tone setting for the 4th quarter. This is where you have to have kind of a little smash mouth football and be able to get this 1st down. And it would be interesting to just get 3 to 5 yards on this one just to make sure. No doubt about it, you're going to get the 1st quarter, and you're going to run the ball with it however you want to on this defense at the moment.
3rd and about 4.5 feet. Mars under center. The handoff is to Wood left side. He's got the 1st down, and Moore gets up to the 30-yard line and needed 1, got about 6. As Cannon Wood, those are the runs that we are starting to see that were set up in the 1st quarter, where those 2, 3, 4s are now turning to 4, 5, and 6s.
And this is Cannon Wood's time. Cannon Wood loves the 4th quarter, so this is a big time. That was a big time run for Cannon Wood to get the 1st down and then some, and just kind of keeps this momentum going with Piedmont. You feel the momentum kind of shifting here in the stadium. So let's see what happens on this next play.
Looks like either Benford or Robles is now checked in behind Mars into that flex bone, putting a man in motion. The give is to Robles right side. And he fights his way back to about the line of scrimmage. That's it. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and so Cannon Wood's been a hoss tonight. He's around 16 or 17 carries, and also you have to keep in mind he does come in and play defense from time to time. So I think he deserves a little bit of rest. But Robles, we have seen him come into the 4th quarter and kind of change the momentum of games too. So
we've seen that lightning out of Robles, where Cannon definitely brings the thunder.
Yep, exactly what I was trying to. Just lead you into that
Just
one.
lead me into that one. It's like we're a mind meld over here. Here we
like
go.
We're related or something.
Mars under center, the handoff up the middle. Oh, fumble on the ball, play action, and it is picked up by Bishop McGuinness. That is a big turnover as it was a play action. Mars unable to complete the transition to Benford, and that is one of those that just is an absolute gut punch, Mark.
Yeah, it's the 2nd time that Mars has tried to do something with one of these option plays, and first one we got lucky and didn't go away. We were able to recover it, but this 2nd one, that was just an ill-advised pitch. That was one of those pitches that his guy wasn't back there. It looked like that was Robles in the backfield, but
it looked like it was Benford.
Or Benford?
Yeah.
And it looks like they just weren't communicating right, and that's a tough break. They're going to get the ball right at the 20-yard line.
River Warren in the shotgun formation, or in the pistol handoff is the Taffy, testing the left side, testing, and if he gets anything, it's about 1 yard on the play. That's going to bring up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, so this defense that just had a big old stop, and offense was on the move to be able to get some points on the board. Defense has to come back and regather themselves and reset this game to try to keep this minimal damage. But, this is one of those things of this is a big-time moment for a turnover of some sort.
Pistol formation, twins to his right, turnovers, always the great equalizer. River Warren looking to the sidelines, and they're going to take a timeout to get on the same page. We're going to take it with them. Crossover Radio Sports, 9:16 left in the 4th quarter. Bishop McGuinness has the ball in the lead, up 6-0 against Piedmont. We're going to be right back right after this message from our friends at Edmond Air.
When your home is an uncomfortable temperature, call your friends at Edmond Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing. In business for over 50 years, your comfort is our #1 priority. Right now, get $250 off a new heat and air system or receive 25% off a service call. Don't be stuck in an uncomfortable home. Call today, 405-348-1453. Edmund Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing, bringing you comfort since 1965.
And we're back. 9:16 left. Bishop McGuinness has the ball in the lead, threatening to score to put this perhaps out of reach. River Warren in the pistol formation, putting a man in motion. And the pitches to Taffy, testing the left side. He has the left side. Gain of about 8 on the play.
Good solid tackle
That's
on
going
the
to
outside
bring
right
up
there.
third, and let's call it 2, as Taffy was able to get it pretty close to that first down marker.
Yeah, that was it was a good pitch play and a great blocking up front, and was able to get some positive yardage going. So let's see if this Piedmont defense can step up here.
Pistol formation with kind of that modified up back. Twins to his right for Warren. Taffy in the backfield, handoff straight up the middle. Taffy, and he gets to the 2-yard line for a gain of about 12 on the play, as Taffy had a big hole and a head of steam. Gets him all the way to 1st and goal.
Yeah, and that was a solid run by Taffy. As we were talking about a couple plays ago, whenever he gets moving, it's hard to keep up with him. His acceleration is kind of top notch. So it's going to be
staying in the same look, that kind of pistol formation. River Warren gets the snap. The handoff is to Taffy, looking for something to happen. Gets into the scrum. They're going to mark him just short of the goal line for a short gain. Not a whole lot of room between the Devil and the Deep Blue Sea right here for the Piedmont Wildcats, as that ball is just inches away from pay dirt.
Yeah, and this is one of those plays where you kind of have to have that goal line set up, that goal line defense, being able to make sure you collapse the line and make sure there's no open holes up the middle and make him have to go out to the outside, and hopefully those linebackers catch him.
Snap is to Warren. The handoff is to Taffy, who walks into the end zone untouched for a Fighting Irish touchdown. And, Mark, you got to feel like that one just might have been the one that just put him out of reach.
Yeah, and some of these that going back to that turnover on the pitch play left Bishop McGuinness with a very short field of 20 yards, and they were able to make some quick work of it. A couple plays later into the end zone. So you would have to think this is Bishop going for 2 here to make this a 14-point game, not just a 13. So
Bishop looking to get that missed extra point back. Warren in the shotgun formation and looking for 2, looking, and it is incomplete. Flag comes in, though, after the play in the defensive backfield in the spot where you might see DPI.
Yeah, that was one of the Piedmont players. I couldn't tell who was actually on the defense on that one, but yeah, he basically had a bear hug around the receiver, and you can't really do that. I mean, it's gonna get you in trouble almost every time. So
says you.
Well, says
and the
rules.
refs and the rules.
Stupid.
Listen,
rules.
I live my life by rules.
I live my life a quarter mile at a time.
That's right.
Or a yard and a half
for
at a time.
that quarter mile, I'm free.
Yard and a half at a time right there.
All right, here we go. Yard and a half there. The handoff is to Taffy, looking to make something happen. He stood up right there at the goal line for no gain, and so the conversion is no good. After the touchdown, now 2 point-after attempts that have come up empty for Bishop McGuinness. The score now is 12-0. Bishop McGuinness, 7:39 left in the game here in the fourth quarter. We're going to take a break. Crossover Radio Sports brought to you by F&M Bank. Let's go ahead and hear from them now.
When you bank with F&M Bank, you can rest assured that your money goes back into your community. Neighbors serving neighbors, that's F&M Bank. Visit any of our 8 locations throughout central Oklahoma to experience community banking at its best. F&M Bank, serving the communities we live in since 1902. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
$7:39 left in the game. Bishop McGuinness expands their lead to 12. 12-0. They kick it deep after that touchdown. Piedmont looking to maybe answer back. Lets that one go into the end zone. Probably smart at this point. And 1st and 10 at the 20 is where you're looking to get started here for that Piedmont offense. And so talking about maybe the mathematics of it, we were talking about coming into the second quarter, maybe not going for 3 with the last play of the half not hurting them. But you also have to think about, just the momentum of it as well.
Right, and whenever you get some points right before half, especially on that 2-for-1 special we're talking about, of being able to get points before the half and also get points after the half, and that's one of those things of you had the opportunity to do that, but at the moment those 3 points aren't hurting them statistically wise, but momentum wise, that's something you have to think about. How much does that affect this team?
And the Flexbone Mars looking to make something happen. Pitch lanes were shut down. Turns it upfield just to get what he can. Gets about, say, a short 2 on the play. That's going to bring up 2nd, and let's call it 8.
And so this is a big-time moment for these sophomores. I mean, you're down by 12. You're down by 2 scores. There's a little over 7 minutes left in the game. This is where you have to kind of do a quick gut check. How much is left in the tank, and how much heart you're going to put down on the field here.
Getting to 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The handoff left side looks like it is Robles, and it is. Gets to about the 25-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play. And so here we go, 3rd and 5. And you got to start thinking, is this 2-down territory, or do you go ahead and see what you can do on 3rd down and make a decision from there?
No, I mean, at this point, it's one of those things of you kind of have to think of Bishop McGuinness might be thinking you might be running the ball here again, and looks like they are, but you have to think maybe going over the top a little bit.
Mars under center, and the pitch is to Benford on the right side. He's got a little bit of room, and he has the edge. Gets to about the 32-yard line. That's going to be enough for a Wildcat first down on a gain of 7, and that's going to move the sticks. Clock starting to be a factor here. 6:29 left as they need 2 scores to get back into this.
Yeah, and good running there by Benford, being able to get to the sidelines, get the clock to stop momentarily, and basically get this team to go.
Starting to play with a little bit of tempo. Mars is looking to make something happen. Back to pass, and he unloads one to nobody in particular as he overthrows the entire scrum of Piedmont and Bishop McGuinness players by about 20 yards. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10, and that felt like maybe a miscommunication on the route.
Yeah, that was one of those things. I think they were trying to have some kind of post route, and I think Mars thought it was going to be kind of like maybe a go route of some sort, but it's one of those communication things. I mean, granted, this team just started throwing the ball,
10 minutes ago.
10 minutes ago, so keep in mind they're working on it.
Wood in the backfield and the handoff as he lowers his head and gets a gain of, let's call it 6 on the play. Going to bring up 3rd and 4, and there go that man again.
Yeah, Cannon Wood basically willing his team to stay in this game in this second half. So playing with some tempo. Let's see what they come out here. Cole Riggs on the near sideline. Keep an eye on him.
Mars under center looking to see if they could get that cheap 5 yards like they did last drive. That gave a couple drives ago that gave them the first down on 4th down. Wood in the backfield. The handoff is to Wood. Left side, testing the left side, falling forward. He's going to be very close to the first down. Going to depend on the spot.
Should be a first down from what I'm looking at. The chains are moving.
Moving those chains. Got to love that.
Yeah, and so, but with 5.5 minutes left, this is where you're starting to have to think, okay, we're going to have to take more chances downfield, and incomplete passes are actually helpful sometimes.
Play tempo starting to raise here. Mars under center, Wood in the backfield. Looking to get the play here from the sideline, and they do. Receivers on either side in this flexbone formation. Putting a man in motion, and he is absolutely gobbled up in the backfield. That's Lucian for a loss of about 3 on the play. And that was one of those plays that was not only read correctly, but just kind of doomed at the very start.
Yeah, and that was it's the second or third time I've seen Bishop McGuinness tackle, high shoulders up to the head area. So they're running with some tempo.
Very close to not being legal, but here we go. Mars looking to pass, looking to his left, throwing to his left, puts it up high for Riggs and into double coverage, unable to reel it in as he was looking to drop it in the bucket to Riggs. That's going to bring up third, and let's call it 13 on the play. Like the idea, just some of the execution and the read as he threw into double coverage maybe needed to be reevaluated.
Yeah, and that's one of those plays that looked like Cole Riggs almost pulled up on the speed a little bit, but if he kept almost full speed, he would have been underneath that and being able to have a big, probably 20, 25-yard gain there. So Mars is learning how to throw the football, and he's putting some of these, right where he needs to. It's just, communication-wise.
Mars under center as he's looking to make something happen back to pass again, and he uncorks one, and Riggs is intended receiver. Oh, and it was in his hands. Oh, my goodness,
Riggs.
and Riggs is absolutely heartsick on that one because he reels that in, and that might have been 6 as he puts it on the turf. Oh, my goodness.
That just has to be just tough pill to swallow, and with this long 4th down, 4th and 13, it looks like Piedmont's going to come out and punt this ball away, but you just wish you had that one back. That could have been a game changer with about 4 minutes left in the game. That could have definitely been able to change the outlook of this game, so let's see what happens.
Riggs is going to be dreaming about that dropped interception when he was on defense and definitely going to be having nightmares about that dropped reception that might have been 6. Talon Cope, end over end kick. That
almost hit one of the cheerleaders.
I want you to hit the bull. Oh my goodness. A net of about 8 yards on the kick, as that was a little bit of a shankopotamus.
Yeah, that was went from the 39 to the 46-yard line. So we're doing quick math here. 15-yard punt or a 15-yard punt. I think math checks out. Something like that.
I mean,
it's a very, very short kick. Very, very short kick. So
about 13-yard kick. Yeah, I mean, not
the best.
Not great.
Not the best, Cotton. Not the best, Cotton. Let's see what happens.
Pistol formation. Oh, I'm still heartsick about that Cole Riggs drop. Here we go. Twins on either side. Defense needs to come up big. River looking to pass, looking to his right, throwing to his right. Ooh. Cole Riggs.
He took out some anger, I think.
That was some frustration. Clean play as the ball had left and he was still coming across. Cole Riggs just making a play on the ball. And that Bishop McGuinness player is down, and I think,
I think that was the air that was inside of him at the moment is no longer inside of him.
There's no air in his toes, in his socks. Oh my goodness!
That was a solid tackle to the. That was a shoulder into the stomach there, and that was definitely a Cole Riggs frustration.
Let's go ahead and take a timeout as they tend to the injured Irishman. Crossover Radio Sports, 4:18 left to play. Bishop McGuinness up 12-0, and we'll be right back after they tend to the injured man.
If you have a problem, the Sharpstone Group is the answer. Our team has over 100 years of combined experience in process improvement, project management, and information technology solutions. We offer everything you need to push your organization to the next level. From project management to managed IT services, our specialists have worked extensively in all industries, including extensive experience in healthcare, legal, energy, and education environments. Our techs have experience with software as a service, such as Office 365 and ServiceNow, Microsoft Windows, Microsoft Exchange, storage solutions, backup and disaster recovery, Cisco technologies, and a long list of other applications. Get the edge you need. Call or email today at 405-594-0100 or email info@sharpstonegroup.com.
The injured Fighting Irishman was able to get off the field on his own power. Second and 10, the pitch is to Taffy, and he's able to find some green grass in front of him. Gain of about 14 on the play as they cross into Piedmont territory. That's going to be another set of downs for Bishop McGuinness.
Yeah, and basically just the defense, I think, is starting to get a little gassed at this point. But, let's see. This is heart play now. This isn't, stamina. This isn't durability or anything like that. This is how do you go with the heart here?
Warren in the backfield. The handoff is to Taffy, looking on the left side, makes a move, gets to about the 30-yard line, gain of about 8 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 2. And we are talking about, Cannon Wood starting to exert some of his influence on some of these run plays. We're starting to see Mike Taffy do the same.
Yeah, and Taffy's kind of starting to have his way on this. As you were saying, Taffy's starting to have his way. Going to the left, it seems like. It seems like the left is his preferred side of running. So, as we go back, Cole Riggs, he's going to have some nightmares tonight, I think.
Yeah, no, if he sleeps.
If he sleeps. This is going to be one of those nights where coulda, shoulda, woulda kind of feeling. It's one of those things of, as we were talking up here in the booth, that's 2 touchdowns, that possibility of 2. One almost guaranteed. If he caught that last one, it would have been to the house, and you have to feel for him. But what he has to do,
and an interception. Let's not forget about the defensive play on the almost interception. But here we go into that little kind of modified pistol formation with an up back to his right. River Warren snapped the play action, looking to his left, throwing to his left. Ball is underthrown.
Yeah, that's going to be pass interference.
And that's going to be pass interference. The interesting thing about that is that ball was uncatchable. The defender just needs to turn his head to really get that out of a penalty.
But he kept his head looking at the receiver there, and right before the ball got there, he did a full 2-handed push while he was up in the air to try to not let him catch that ball. So big time penalty there on Piedmont. Puts them up first. That's a first down. They're going to probably put them close to being – no, they're going to be in – yes, they're going to be in the red zone again. So with the clock not on our side, 3.5 minutes left.
12-0 the score. Piedmont with the ball and driving. Twins to Warren's right. Single up top. And here we go. The handoff is the Taffy right side. Tries the left side. Finds a hole. Finds the pylon. And that's going to be all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen, as Taffy now scores his 3rd touchdown of the evening, accounting for all of the scores to put Bishop McGuinness up 18-0 against your Wildcats.
Yeah, that was a run that just basically he made his own pathway. He went a little bit to the right and saw that the left looks a little bit better at the moment. So I think that's almost all 3 of his touchdowns. No, he had 2 touchdowns to the left side of the field,
and then one right up the gut when they were right at the goal line.
Interesting play call for Bishop McGuinness to go for 2 again.
Going for 2 again. There's pass completed. Flag on the play. That's I can't read the number on who completed that. Okay, that's what I thought. It's Paul Tarman.
Yeah, Tarman. He's been.
They're on the far side, on the farthest side, and that was a back pylon pitch and catch for Bishop. It was a great throw, and he had all the time he wanted because of the holding.
Well, I mean, as we were talking about, rules. You kind of have to follow them.
Agree to disagree.
I said good day.
San Diego. Drink it in. All right.
The rails are
they're fine. The rails are fine.
The rails are, and they're still going to go for 2 at
still going for
16-yard line.
16. So that was must have been a personal foul, hands to the face or something like that. We missed the call because we were being silly. Here we go. Warren looking to his left, throwing to his left, basically the same play.
Out of bounds.
Gonna rule incomplete as he was able to make the catch. But he was halfway to the track when he did it, so that's not in the field of play.
Still rules.
And the referees, knowing the rule book as they do, decided not to award them the 2 points.
Yeah, that was he was halfway home. Go home, ball.
Go home.
Go home.
Too good for your home.
Too good for your home.
3:27 left in the 4th quarter. 18-0 is the score. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back after this message with more Piedmont Wildcat football and silliness. Here we go.
F&M Bank Piedmont is your community bank. We live in the communities we serve. Our goal is to provide you with reliable banking you can trust. Being local empowers local decisions for lending products, security, and overall service. We believe when our customers and businesses thrive, the community thrives. Stop by and allow us the opportunity to serve you in all your banking needs. From checking and savings accounts, online banking to mortgage and commercial lending. From your neighbors at F&M Bank. fmbankok.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
After the touchdown, the kick is fielded at the 10-yard line. Working from right to left is Riggs, and he's tackled at the 20-yard line after the return. And so, Marky, the offense has its work cut out for it. And, at this point, probably this one is pretty safely in the win column for Bishop McGuinness. But there's still football to be played. And again, this is one of those, okay, let's see what we got. Let's see the kind of heart that this team has, and if they'll play the full 48.
Yeah, and it seems like, with this year, granted, with young teams comes, some lack of experience in a little bit. And so getting some of these players to be able to have some of this experience, especially with Mars right now, being able to throw the ball. So he went 0 for 3 on that last drive. So let's see if he can come up with something.
Mars looking to pass, overthrows his intended receiver kind of on the angle route. That's Benford, bringing up 2nd and 10. And Mars, seems like they're going to let him kind of uncork a little bit and see what they can do through the air.
Why not? We went through the first 2 or 3 games where he had combined 3 throws, and so now that just tonight granted he has 2 completions, but he's 2 for 8 right now, and not the greatest statistics, but it's also getting him experience throwing the ball against a good defense.
Mars looking to get something to happen. Play action, the handoff is on the middle for a short gain for Cannon Wood, bringing up 3rd and 8. 3:06 and counting left in the game. Bishop McGuinness up 18-0. And we're seeing this Piedmont offense look to string just anything positive together. Mars under center, Wood in the backfield, twins to Mars's right, fumbled snap, gets it picked up, and he pays for it as number 32 for Bishop McGuinness. That's Chris Clark, the junior, brings the thunder and then brings the taunting.
Yeah, and so keep it classy. Keep it classy. Game's almost over for y'all, but this is a big-time 3rd down for Josh. I think this is one of those plays where you put the ball in the air and you try to see some air time here and see the arm do some work here for Josh Mars to get this 0 for streak off his back in the second half. I think, right now he's 0 for 6 in the second half. And looks like Coach Hall wants to talk over this 4th down, one more time.
They're going to take a timeout. We're going to take it with them. Crossover Radio Sports. Bishop McGuinness up against your Piedmont Wildcats. 18-0, 2:15 left in the game. We're going to be right back.
When you bank with F&M Bank, you can rest assured that your money goes back into your community. Neighbors serving neighbors, that's F&M Bank. Visit any of our 8 locations throughout central Oklahoma to experience community banking at its best. F&M Bank, serving the communities we live in since 1902. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Crossover Radio Sports brings you Piedmont Wildcat football, 4th down and 10. 2:15 left to go in the game. Bishop McGuinness has it well in hand, up 18. But the Wildcats have the ball. And a big 4th down, not only in terms of the game, but to see if they can keep this offensive drive going, but also for Mars's development. Here we go. Mars looks to pass, rolling to his left, throwing to his left, completed. That is number 18, Cale Kaufman, the junior, on the reception for about 14 yards. As Josh Mars is able to make something happen, not only rolling to his left, the southpaw is able to get the ball on the money for the 1st down. Under center, the handoff. Oh, Mars keeps it. Looks to make something happen. Jukes up the field. Gain of about, let's call it 6 on the play to bring up 2nd and 4. And Josh Mars seems to put a little extra pep in his step.
Yeah, this is, I think he wants to, there comes a thing where you don't want a goose egg on your team. Especially being as quarterback, you don't want to have a goose egg up there. So I think this is a will just to put some points on the board here.
Mars looking to his left, looking to roll to his left, is able to get out of bounds and get the 1st down as that looked like a design pass play that just no one was open. So Mars wisely keeps it and runs out of bounds and gets the first down yardage down at the 48-yard line for Piedmont, as they'll take over. 1:27 left as the clock stops after the out-of-bounds play.
Yeah, and as we were just talking about that previous play, this is I have a feeling this means more for Mars here. I think this is guys, I don't want us to have to go into the locker room with a big old 0 in our column. So I want us to be able to have some points on the board. Let's see if we can get something.
Receivers on either side. The pitch is to the right side. That is to number 9. That's Ian Johnson, the sophomore. No gain on the play. Going to bring up 2nd and 10, and that clock continues to roll. 1:12 left on the game clock as the clock starts ticking away for them to maybe remove that ugly old 0 from the scoreboard.
Yeah, and this is where Cole Riggs being on that far sideline, I think he wants to be able to go to sleep tonight. So that I would be looking to something towards him here coming up soon.
Here we go. Mars looking to pass, little swing pass on to the right side, incomplete. Pass intended for Ian Johnson again, off of his fingertips. Looks like he probably should have brought that in. Mars had a little bit of heat on it, but still, if it hits you in the hands, you got to bring it in, man.
Yeah, it looks like he turned around whenever the ball was mid-air. So, it's probably one of those things of he didn't think the ball was coming towards him, but as a receiver, it doesn't matter. If you're running a route, you better be ready for a ball to be in your hands. You can't be surprised about a ball being thrown to you.
3rd and 10 coming up. Mars under center, putting a man in motion. The handoff is to Robles as he is able to lower his shoulder and get the first down. Gain of about 13 on the play, down to the Bishop McGuinness, let's call it 38-yard line, as they rush to the line and get this ball set and ready to snap. 34 seconds left. Mars handoff again to Robles. Gain of about 4 yards on the play as they're playing with a little bit of tempo here.
Yeah, and it's one of those things with about 20 seconds left. You want them to get some points on the board. We did see Talon Cope hit some field goals from here, so I'm wondering if they're going to let this play clock go down and be able to get Cope a chance to get in there, but they might be letting this thing go all the way.
Looks like the last play of the game right here.
Ooh, that's going to be.
Looks like maybe
they're gonna
look at this and they're gonna talk about it, maybe grounding, as Mars was under the gun, was able to throw it. It looks like there was maybe a back in the vicinity that they're going to call as the intended receiver as it was thrown at his feet. So here we go, half second left.
The ball was at the 33. They marked it at the 35. It was at the 33, so we just lost 2 yards. I thought we were at the 33-32 because that was where Talon Cope was hitting second half field goals from. So
interesting.
All right.
Last play of the game. So here we go. Mars looking to make something happen. Completed to Ian Johnson inside the 30, and that's where he is able to get yeah, all right, whatever.
All right. We're going to let that one slide, I guess.
Well, it's the end of the game. What are you going to do? Number 8 on the stop, that was Braylon Ketchum, who's very excited about his stop. And so at the end of the game, Bishop McGuinness is able to come to Piedmont and pitch a shutout, 18-0. We're going to be right back on the other side. Give some final thoughts.
Passion Church is putting passion back in church. Join us for vibrant worship, relevant teaching, and life-changing relationships. Passion Church meets on Sundays at 10 a.m. and 11:30 a.m. Passion Kids provides fun and great teaching during these services. Passion Iglesia meets on Sundays at 3 p.m. Ignite Youth meets on Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. Passion is located at 3301 North Council Road and is on the web at www.passionchurch.tv. Remember, you can't live without passion.
And we're back live here from F&M Bank Stadium. Your final score, Bishop McGuinness Fighting Irish 18, your Piedmont Wildcats 0. And Mark, it was a hard-fought game, but ultimately the mistakes of a young team came back to bite them as we saw some turnovers, we saw some penalties, and just saw some at times sloppy play that these Wildcats could not overcome.
Yeah, and it's one of those plays. It's one of those games where you look back on and you could spend the entire post game talking about the negatives of the penalties, the almost coulda, shoulda, wouldas. I'm going to talk about positives here for a second. Cannon Wood had a great game. He ran the ball hard. He ran the ball just hard-nosed running and everything. The offensive line played great for Cannon Wood. Also, another positive, Josh Mars is starting to become a general in the backfield. He's also starting to be able to find his arm. Granted, in the second half, he actually went 1 for 8 for 14 yards in the second half. That doesn't win ball games very much. But the one thing that I like to see is the 8 there. They're taking chances. They're basically trying to give where Cannon Wood, Robles, Lucian, Benford, number 16, being able to have the open running lanes.
The mystery man, number 16.
Pardon the roster, but we don't have number 16. And if that's your son
I'm sure your mama loves you.
Your mama loves you, 16. But
Mama knows, child. Mama knows. An interesting thing about that, I want to kind of jump in here on Mars. So, I mean, I think there were some things where he did show that he was a sophomore. Some misadvised pitches that ended up being some turnovers. Some learning to maybe put a little more touch on his fastball. But also the thing about it is that you saw him recover, and you saw him be able to make some plays, especially in the fourth quarter, and grow a little bit. I think we did see a lot of growing from your sophomore quarterback Josh Mars today, as he was able to exhibit the ability to overcome maybe at times some sloppy play and begin to rally his troops, and you can tell that this team trusts Josh Mars and is willing to do whatever it takes with and for Josh Mars.
And going and adding with that is, it's imperative to have a quarterback in the backfield that an offensive line wants to play for, and this offensive line shows that they want to play for Josh Mars. And we don't need to talk about a certain school south of 35. Go down 35 right before you get out of Oklahoma City city limits. So
well, I mean, but I think that's a great corollary is that you did see how important it is for the team to believe in their quarterback, and I do believe that this team believes in their quarterback, and is playing with their trust, or with his trust, and so I mean, yeah, this is one of those teams. Look, Bishop McGuinness is a perennial power. They are a great team. Look, Taffy. He's hard to stop, man. He has got speed for days. He is a hard-nosed runner.
He had one run for 22 yards, one run for 27 yards, one run for 12 yards, and a final touchdown run for 16 yards. Granted, he had I was looking at the stat sheet. He has a lot of 1 yard runs, a lot of 1 yard runs, a lot of couple 0 yard runs, a couple 3 yard runs. But he had a couple big plays, and those are those ones where you might have had a missed coverage, you might have had a missed block of some sort on defense, and just a busted play. But most of the for this defense, they came out and they stopped this Bishop McGuinness defense or offense twice to start the game. That is something that you can build off of, and with this defense, we always talk about the offense and everything, but you have to have a good defense, and the defense kept this team in the game for most of this game, and it was just a couple missed opportunities, and as much as and Cole Riggs has had great plays so far this year. Tonight, it's just on display where he had 3 missed opportunities, 2 on offense and 1 on defense, and that almost pick, and he had 2 almost touchdown catches. But with that, I think now that Josh Mars is starting to get more confidence in his arm, being able to throw the ball, this is a time where him and Cole Riggs and some of these other wide receivers can start running routes together. We can start playing pitch and catch. We're going to start figuring out, hey, we're going to be on the same page. Put the ball where you want to put it. I'll be there. Just have confidence with it. And I think that will start to go a long way. And Josh Mars just being a sophomore, whenever Josh Mars is, end of this season going into the next season, this is going to make this team a very dangerous team because you're still going to have Cannon Wood, you're still going to have Lucian, and you're going to have England back next year, and you're going to have Robles. That's four running backs that all can catch the ball out of the backfield, and they've already shown signs they're going to put Cannon Wood as a wide receiver / blocker on the outside. So the possibilities for this team, yeah, it's another loss in the against one of the perennial powerhouses of 5A, but you held them to 3 touchdowns, 18 points, and you showed them that you're not going to go down easily. This just means that the next time you face them, you might have their number.
Yep. Well, for Mark Larson, my name is Philip Larson. You've been listening to Piedmont Wildcat Football on Crossover Radio Sports. It is sports talk with a purpose. We will see you in a little bit. In the meantime, go Wildcats!